Hello, my dears. Good evening. Welcome back to our today's class. How are you, my dears? Fine? Okay, very good. By the way, how was your exam? Okay, my dears. Hope all of you have done your exam very well. Okay, do you love nature? Yes, very good. Nature provides everything without any cost. Not only that, nature plays a major role in the lives of all organisms. From the time a being comes into existence, it immediately becomes aware of its inevitable bonding with the outside world. As the life form grows, it becomes more and more dependent on nature, realizing the importance of the trees, grass, and even the sky for its survival. Its life becomes meaningful only when it interacts with the nature in a harmonious way. Children, the unit Glimpses of Nature comprises of a poem, The Mountain and the Squirrel, written by Ralph Waldo Emerson, and The Rightful Inheritors of Earth by Vaikom Muhammad Bashir, The Book of Nature, written by Jawaharlal Nehru. This unit mainly focuses on the exploration of nature and the development of an attitude to protect and preserve it. Okay, my dears, now you take your text, page number 73. There is a picture. Look at your palm. Are all your fingers equal in size? No, they are in different size. Can you say which is the most important finger? No, we can't say because each finger is equally important. Then look at this picture. Here you can see different signs by using the fingers. It gives different meaning. Now tell me, which finger is very important? Yes, very good. All fingers are equally important. Do you think anything in this world is less important? No, very good. Everything in this world is equally important. Every being on earth is equally important. Nothing is superior or inferior to any other. Here is a poem that gives you this message. Now, look at the page number 75. Look at the title. What's the title? Can you read it? Yes, very good. The Mountain and the Squirrel, written by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Okay, my dears, let's learn more about the author Ralph Waldo Emerson. Listen to me. Ralph Waldo Emerson was born in 1803 in Boston. He was an American philosopher, essayist, and a poet. His main works are Self-Reliance, The Ozone, The Mayday, etc. He wrote a lot about the relationship between man and nature. He was died in 1882. Okay, my dears. Hope you got a clear idea about the author. Okay, my dears, listen to me. I'll recite the poem. The mountain and the squirrel had a quarrel, and the former called the latter little prig. One replied, "You are doubtless very big, but all sorts of things and weather must be taken in together to make up a year and a sphere. And I think it no disgrace to occupy my place. If I am not so large as you are not so small as I, and not half so spry. I will not deny you make a very pretty squirrel track. Talents differ, all is well and wisely put. If I cannot carry forests on my back, neither can you crack a nut." Okay, my dears, before the detailed explanation, let's learn some new words and their meanings. Listen to me. Quarrel means fight. Former, the first mentioned person. Latter, the secondly mentioned person. Prick, annoying person who has a great attitude problem. Bun, here the bun is squirrel. Doubtless, without doubt. Source means kinds. Sphere, the earth. Disgrace means disrespect. Spry means active and lively. Deny, refuse. Squirrel track means a track made by a squirrel. Talents means skills. Differ, different. Wisely means with proper judgment. Crack means to break. Okay, my dears, hope all of you understood the meaning of these new words. Now, I will give you the detailed explanation. Listen carefully. One day, the mountain and the squirrel had a quarrel with each other. We know the mountain is very big and the squirrel is so small. Here, the mountain feels it is more important than the squirrel. So, the former called the latter little prick. Children, what does it mean by former? Yes, first set, that is the mountain. Latter means the second of the two things or persons already mentions. That is here the squirrel. The mountain called the squirrel little prick. He thinks that he is very large. Then Bun replied, here Bun is the squirrel. He replied that there is no doubt mountain is very big and also it takes a year to make all sorts of things and weather. And I think it no disgrace to occupy my place. Here disgrace means shame. The squirrel says that he has no shame to occupy his place as very small. Here the squirrel agrees by saying that he is not large as the mountain and the mountain is not so small as squirrel. Then the squirrel adds that he is quicker than the mountain, but the mountain cannot move as fast as the squirrel. The squirrel is very grateful to the mountain for giving him a path to move along. In the last two lines shows the argument of the squirrel that the mountain has got many trees on its back, but it cannot crack a nut. From this poem, we can understand that everything in this world has a role of its own. Nothing is greater or less than any other. Okay, my dears, hope you understood the poem very well. Then, now let's move on to the activities from page number 77. Okay, my dears, look at the activity 1. Now, all of you read the question given here. Fill in the columns with appropriate expressions given in the brackets. Here, in the brackets, some words are given. Very big, small, can carry forest on the back, can crack a nut. Here, you have to find out the appropriate expressions for squirrel and the mountain from the bracket. In the bracket, first one is very big. Here, which one is very big? Yes, very good. The mountain. Okay, then which one is small? Yes, you are right. The squirrel is small. Who can carry forest on the back? Yes, very good. The mountain can carry forest on the back. Then who can crack a nut? Yes, the squirrel can crack a nut. Children, hope all of you understood this activity. You must fill it in your text. Okay, all of you look at the second activity. Children, You read the question here. Read the last 4 lines of the poem. A very pretty squirrel track. Talents differ. All is well and wisely put. If I cannot carry forests on my back, neither can you crack a nut. Listen to me, my dears. In the first line, the word track has the same sound as the word back in the third line. The word track rhymes with the word back. Okay, children, do you know rhyming words? Okay, I will give you the definition. Listen carefully. The words that end with the same sound are called rhyming words. For example, book, cook, tin, bin. Okay, my dears, look at these 4 lines. Can you find out the rhyming words from these lines? Okay, very good. Track, back, put, nut. Children, you have to find out more rhyming words from the poem. That's your homework. Okay, now listen to the third activity. Read the following lines from the poem. The mountain and the squirrel had a quarrel, and the former called the latter little prig. In the third line, the sound L is repeated in the beginning of the words latter and the little. This is an example for alliteration. Then look at the another example. My love is a red, red rose. In this example, R sound is repeated 3 times. Now, identify and write down words that are examples for alliteration from the last 4 lines of the poem. Children, now let's listen what is alliteration. Alliteration, the occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. That is alliteration. Okay, my dears, now you have to find out alliteration from the last 4 lines of the poem. Here is the last 4 lines. This is also the homework for you. Okay, my dears, shall we move on to the activity 4? Write a summary of the poem choosing relevant sentences from those given below. The mountain and the squirrel begin a quarrel with each other. They quarrel because the mountain feels that it is more important. The squirrel says that it takes a year to make all sorts of things and weather. The squirrel says that he is quicker than the mountain. The mountain has got many trees on it. The squirrel says the mountain is wise. The squirrel is grateful to the mountain for giving him a path to move along. The poem tells us that everyone has his or her own talent, and hence everyone has a contribution to make. Okay, my dears, this is also for your homework. Okay, my dears, don't forget to do these activities in your text. That's all for today. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.